I will start with what I consider my normal speaking voice, and then move on to my Irish voice, which is a bit over the top, in my opinion, but with a bit of tone down, it can always sound a bit more applicable to the situation. Or with a whole lot of effort and some crazy fucking eyes, I can sound like I'm really over the fucking top with it. And then, of course, there's British. But if you're gonna do a British accent, you've got to state about where in Britain. Because if I'm speaking like this, it's very different. Now, isn't it? Compared to something more, I don't know, toned down, little more regal, possibly more royal. Then, of course, you gotta get the big dumb guy in there. He's the one most likely to look at you and go, "Hey, that was a fucked what, isn't it?" Then you've got a working poor. Yes. You know, the kind that are being repressed. Then you'll have to switch to anywhere in Europe. You can throw in comrade and deepen it and become Russian. Though within the effort, you can just sound like some guy from anywhere in Europe. This is generic European. You want to sound European. It does not sound French, huh? But that is okay. My French is very bad. I fought in your general direction. Then you have to take it all the way to India and do the most. Mind you that this is the most offensive way, because you sound like a boo. And everyone in America who tries to put on Indian accent, they sound like a boo. It is because that is where we learned accent, was from a boo. So, The Simpsons did it first. I've not been able to tone that one down to get it more, I don't know. I haven't had to, though. I haven't needed it. I think that if I needed to, I think I could do it. I think I could tone it down. Speak like someone normal. Instead of going all crazy. Then you have, Asian accents. I learned most Asian accents from watching older movies. So I think everything kind of sounds like a Japanese anime. Oh, you kind of go crazy and go kabuka. Go over the top. Or be insane. But I've skipped some things. Then you also have the, you want to see what's underneath my kimono? I can show you for a price. Then you'll have the sultry and the seductive Middle European, somewhere around there. That sounds sexy. That might be French. That may be Romani. You do not know. Oh, moving on to Australia, mate. That one's pretty much up there with the British, isn't it? They're all tied together. You can just do what you all. A particular one, I think, was Sweeney Todd. Taking us to America once more. The Americas. I don't know if it's still prevalent. It was when I went to school, but what you talking about, Holmes? Come on, man. Why you gotta be a fucking bulldog, bitch? Nah. But who can forget? Puss in Boots. They generic. Very standard. Very over the top. Very over the top. Spanish accent. Hmm? That sound like Antonio Banderas. Does it make me hot? My skin is too pale. But we would be remiss not to go after all them southern gentlemen over in Atlanta and Louisiana and all them places. Now, the southern gentleman defines himself by a feeling of superiority and the fact that he believes that the antebellum was the golden age. It was not, sadly. Now, on top of that, the Southern Belle believes that her shit doesn't stink. In fact, she's never had a shit at all, let alone a fart. Girls like her just don't do such dastardly things. And you gotta get on down there into the water now, I tell you. You got mama out of the water down there. You don't understand the thing of water, what I'm saying, but everybody think it funny. But really, you just promoting ignorance like a goddamn son of a bitch. Then you just got your straight up, hey, how you doing? I'm Larry the Cable Guy. Not really. I'm not. I'm just some dude from Texas. Just some dude from Texas. I got actual people in my family talk this way. I know a couple of them. Oh, I think that gets out most of the accents. Accents handled. Now, you go on to just the silly, funny voices. I'm not sure that this could be a pirate. Could be. I actually use it for dwarves. I. You just start with I. That sounds about right. And then you just keep talking like it. Aye, that it does, that it does. It ain't that bad now, is it? Oh, and I may have skipped over the fact that I can also pull the lilt in another voice. It's just adding them all together. This is the one I use for female Irelanders. Or, if I have to, females in general, when it comes to the fair round, I like to use it. Especially the little fairies sitting on the mushrooms going, oh, wouldn't you like a piece of that pie? Spreading their legs all wide for you. That may have been a bit much. Other things, and I forgot about that one. So, I think everybody can do a New York accent. I think just about anybody could try to pull it off. You know what I'm saying? It's if you watch enough fucking Sopranos, you're gonna be able to pull this shit off. You're gonna be able to say, look, buddy. Why don't you piss the fuck off, huh? Why don't you just piss the fuck off? Then you gotta go with the probably my deepest voice. I like this one for Peter Steele and Nathan Explosion. That's kind of where I got these voices. Peter Steele and Nathan Explosion. Totally fucking jacked them. It was brutal. Whew. Then you gotta go with this. That made my cats look up. Just be like, hey, how you doing? I'm here. I'm ready to ride motorcycles and smash into shit. Maybe I'm an orc barbarian. Maybe I'm a big dumb ogre. Just throw some gruff on it. And then you can be a dragon. Or possibly a kobold. Something draconic. And then there's this. One of my favorites to do. I personally think it sounds like Skeletor.